All right, Karen, thank you so much. Looking fantastic. Just really, really gorgeous work here. Boy, that magazine has beautiful web banners, gorgeous too. God, this is good work. Very nice, very nicely done. Okay, little concern about the banner ad, and let me just run this by you and see if you can see what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing a little bit of density right down here. I think it's a little bit heavily packed here with design elements, and it's pushing a lot of the balance towards the right-hand side, specifically this lower right-hand side. I think that the logo packed in with the masked image packed in with the bright yellow of the boat and the presence of the boat itself just draws a lot of attention right here. I'd like to redistribute the visual weight associated with the lower right-hand side of the banner ad. And to do that, my recommendation is this. You take this animation right here, which is done beautifully, by the way. It's a really, really nice timing. That's beautiful. The nice thing is that it's not gone for any extended period of time, so it's not likely the viewer is going to miss this because it fades in. It only disappears for a fraction of a second before it fades back in. So I'm not really concerned at all about that. I think it's perfectly visible. I prefer it to fade in and fade out as opposed to blinking. I think it preserves the relaxed demeanor of your client's branding. So what I would do is I would move this up a little bit. I would change the color to this purple too, or maybe even white. Um, Black, I think, just advances a little too much in the composition in a kind of a different way than the purple. So I think by using purple, get these on the same kind of visual plane depth so that it doesn't look like one's advancing more than the other. And then just move that up right about where the surf meets the sand. Just move it up just a little bit. Okay, then what I would do is I would get rid of the first line of this describing the package. And we don't need that. All you need to do is get the viewer to click the banner, and your job as a designer is done, right? So we don't really need to describe the promotion any further than whetting the curiosity of the viewer in order to get them to click that banner ad to go to the client site. So we move that up a little bit, change the color to purple, or maybe experiment with a different color. See what you think. Get rid of the first line of this. Take this "Visit Us in Beautiful St. Thomas Virgin Islands" and move it over here. And take the logo and move it over here. And that's going to do a couple things. It's going to alleviate some of the visual weight here by redistributing some of the weight associated with the logo into the left-hand side of the composition. It's also going to create more visual harmony and consistency with the magazine ad because the placement of the logo will both be on the lower the lower left-hand side, right? So I think that simple redistribution, again, in summary, change the color of this subhead, move it up a little bit closer, not right underneath I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the subhead, I meant to say the call to action. Move it up, not right under the subhead, but a little bit of a space between the subhead and the call to action, right there, about right there. Okay, then get rid of the first line of this disclaimer right here. Visit Us in Beautiful St. Thomas moves right over here. You could even consider placing it up here. Beautiful, 2 lines, Visit Us in Beautiful, next line St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, or even something like located, or just St. Thomas Virgin Islands right up here, or right down here. Then you move the logo over here, and I think the balance of the composition will be improved. My only other recommendation is the treatment of the word "whole." I don't think you need to increase the type size. I mean, making it bold, I don't even think you need to make it bold. I think a whole new experience should stand within the same level of hierarchy as a statement, not trying to draw more attention to the word "whole." Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think there's any reason to do that. I think by increasing the size and the weight of "whole," you're saying a whole new experience, as opposed to if you were looking at this and seeing a whole new experience. Do you see what I'm saying? My recommendation here is to treat "whole" the same way you've treated this all cap bold type. No other attention to the word "whole." Just symbiotically work it into that typographic composition. I think I'm the same thing over here. One of the problems is that, as we can clearly see here, the increase in the type and the stroke size here, the visual weight and scale of this is number one, it's pulling the baseline below the baseline of the headline in the banner. It looks like the cap lines are also out of alignment. And we can see the same thing here, not so much on the baseline, but the cap line, that E is just so much bigger and beefier than this E. I'm just a little concerned that the viewer is going to get stuck on whole and not absorb the entire phrase of the headline. Hope that makes sense. If not, let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Um, Other than that, yeah, just really, really gorgeous job. So great work. Very, very nice. If you have any questions or would like any clarification at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to do so. Okay, thank you so much for sharing.